What's up, guys? Bahama here. Hope you guys doing all right. But before I say anything, let me just show you an example of street theater when it comes to my torture. Um, I'm not, I don't really care about people on the track, doing their thing, walking their dogs, doing whatever they're supposed to do. But as a TI, one thing I notice is whenever I first come sit down, and once you see my first, whether it's a boat, whether it's a person, or whatever the case may be, once I see one individual, watch they all gonna come all at one time. Now I'm about to go to this kitchen, grab something to eat. I need me a warm meal. Since the place I live at, don't have we can't cook in no plug-in stove or no crock pot. We don't have a stove or nothing. And other people ruined the fact that we can even have crock pots because they didn't let their room catch on fire. And that's what happens when you have a whole apartment complex full of gang stalkers and drug addicts and shit. But remember what I said, right when you see the first person, bro, right after that person, you're just gonna start seeing a synchronicity of people. It never stops, bro. And of course, you see what color? Blue shoes, red shorts. Already with the color synchronicity. And as soon as you see him, this is when you're going to start to see it other people. So I already got the blue shoes, red shorts. And if you're wondering why I use colors all the time, it's because Freemasons like to use colors. That's how they're targeting individuals. If you're a new person that stumbled across this channel, I'm being attacked by Freemasons, a whole community of them. But when you see the first one, that's when you're going to see the second one and the third one. 9 times out of 10, bro, they all going to be wearing red, blue synchronicities. Speak of the devil, Red, blue. Red hand bandana, blue shirt, blue shoes. You want to guess what the third person is? Can you guess what colors they're going to have, guys? Can you guess? Just go ahead and take a wild guess. If you guessed, all right, after the person passed, we'll see if you guessed right. Let's see if you guessed right. Oh, blue. With the red on the back, blue-red synchronicity, what I say. And how you're dealing with street theaters when you see the first person, then once the first person comes, then the other gang stalkers appear at once. And it's raining on a Sunday morning. Ain't no one trying to leave. Ain't nobody trying to leave, bro. So, my phone paused for no reason. That's funny. I know it's raining, but I got the phone kind of facing up a little bit. I don't understand how that happened, but whatever. But yeah, like I said, once you see the first person appeared, then the second one, the third, I don't know how to explain it, but if you've been targeted for years, you probably understand what I'm trying to say. But it's almost like street theater. It's a scripted reality. So it's not like you'll just see one person run, and then a little bit time goes by, and you might see another one. When you're dealing with, as a TI, when you deal with people flooding your path, like I said, once you see the first person, then you see the second person, third person, fourth, they might hit you with a flash mob, it might stop. But every time you see somebody, they're going to appear in like droves, bro. It's the same thing where you're seeing cars driving on a street as a TI, like at 2 a.m. or whatever. You're not just going to see one come past and then couple of minutes go past another, no, it's as they come in droves, three at a time, 6 at a time, I don't know how to explain it, bro. But this video shouldn't even be longer. I'm about to go in there and grab me something to eat, but I just wanted to show you an example of that shit. But you see how every single last person who came and that duration, what colors they have on? Red, blue synchronicities all day. You ain't got to believe me that I'm going through this. It is what it is. This is just an example. Another call it before it happens episode, It's been a while since I did this. Usually they like to target me in a way to where I'll catch on to, there's certain synchronicities, so they just hit me with different things. But, good thing I was able to call this one out today. But exactly what I said, Once you see the first person, you see the second, third, don't matter. Red, blue synchronicities. Just to continue to remind you that you're stuck in Groundhog Day. But this is Bahama, man. I'm out of here. Make sure y'all stay up and stay high vibration, or I'm gone.